Hello, people on this internet. Crazy Monkey Dude. Send him right back in. It's not Crazy Monkey anymore. It's Krazapar. Whatever. We'll keep that in. Krazapar sending back in, doing yet another review. And today is going to be my Hero Factory 1.0 revamp, soft revamp, whatever, of Corroder. Now, Corroder is the most unchanged, I think, out of all of them. Maybe Meltdown. Between him and Meltdown, they're probably the least unchanged. But what's interesting about Corroder is that he had a bit more of a design choice with him. I kind of defaulted back to his original look instead of keeping it with my original design. I won't go into like the whole build because basically the only thing that's really changed about him right now is his arms. They're able to bend now, and then his chest. It's the original torso design, but I just put the 3-length armor piece, Technic piece. I gotta stop saying armor. 3 lengths. Technic piece, that little lift arm in there, just fit on there, and it was able to cover up the gaping hole, which I have the original set, and I'll bring him in here in a minute to show you. It just fixed that whole issue there. Now, originally, I had him just use the standard Hero Factory torso piece with a black chest plate on here, I think it was. Or it could have been like some kind of like black armor piece, I don't remember. But I didn't like that because it just looked a little weird. Too smooth, even. And then I decided to just make him like this for the longest time, so I just added one of these to his torso. And that also looked a little strange, just using the Hero Factory piece. It was too flat, right? And he's supposed to be kind of like weird and ghoulish. And I thought the original torso looked really good for that. So I just defaulted back to the original torso. It even goes to the original build with using that weird technique, like this little lift arm technique here, and the back sticking out a little bit. But that meant I couldn't really use one of these. At least I hadn't tried using one of these yet on here. But that's fine, because I discovered that you just use a scroll armor piece and it would just connect on there anyway. And it helps flesh out that torso a bit. Again, the arms are the only thing unchanged here. The head's the same, and then his little... Because the arms are changed, I just... The little launcher's the same. It's really about it. These are going to be really fast, because again, people have done reviews on these guys, and I'm not going to do a full review on them yet. But we'll just do a comparison with the original, which I'll stand up his head. There we go. So here's the original. Now, again, like I said, basically everything's the same here. The original torso, as you can see, does not have that coverage. And it's, again, that 3-length lift arm is just all you need to pop it in place, and it sits there. It also helps with the other issue that Corroder had, is that if you played around with him too much, this lift arm would come undone a little bit. At least he did for a while. And it would start to fall off a bit. So that scroll armor helps keep it in place, and I might just add it onto him just because it's a little annoying even for me now. And then, again, the Avmatoran limbs are unchanged, and yeah, really sorry about the dust. It's a little bit more obvious than Corroder, but I've had these guys for years on a shelf. I've drug them out of storage, and again, my original 3 sets were Corroder. It was, or no, 4 sets. It was Corroder, Meltdown, Rotor, and then not Vapor, Von Nebula. Von Nebula were the original sets for the longest time, and I finally got around to completing the sets a long time ago. But yeah, these guys are dusted as hell because they just are. They were just on display for a while, so forgive me on that. Anyways, that's really about it. These are going to be, again, really fast videos. These aren't really like a full review. It's just a comparison between my builds. And that's really it. I might do a review of these guys like properly, like the actual like sets, but who knows? Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever. Do the new more thing, or hate my guts. I don't care. Yeah, this is Krazapar sending out of another review. Bye-bye.